Today I want to talk to you about my favorite band, Dance Gavin Dance. Those involved in the scene may be familiar with the name and the mixed reception upon hearing it. Dance Gavin Dance is a band that has been through their notable share of change, drama, and tragedy in their now 20 years of being a group. With a variety of controversies under their belt, some more serious than others, opinions tend to vary. Personal opinions aside, however, it is impossible to deny the influence of Dance Gavin Dance, which is why I want to talk to you about them today. To give a brief history, Dance Gavin Dance was formed in 2005 in Sacramento, California. The band has 11 studio albums to date, as well as 2 live albums. Core members include guitarist Will Swan and drummer Matt Mingus. Vocalist John Mess has also been with the band since the beginning, though left for a brief period. The band is currently fronted by lead vocalist Andrew Wells, who also provides his guitar abilities. Other notable names are former bassist Eric Lodge and the late Tim Farrick, as well as former Clean vocalist Tillian Pearson, Kurt Travis, and the infamous Johnny Craig. If there is one thing to know about Dance Gavin Dance, it is that they are ever-changing and ever-evolving. Whether this is a lineup or a sonic change, it is something that has become a staple to embrace for the band, rather than a hindrance. Most bands would not survive the sheer amount of change the band has faced. Constant lineup changes for the first 7 years of the band's existence resulted in what was nearly the end of Dance Gavin Dance. With the addition of vocalist Tillian Pearson and bassist Tim Farrick in 2013, the band saw what came to be their most consistent lineup for nearly another decade to come. Dance Gavin Dance is a band that pushed through their odds, and it paid off. These inconsistencies are now a staple for the ever-changing group, never staying in one form for too long. This has been proven true yet again by the unfortunate passing of Farrick in 2022 and subsequent departure of Pearson in 2024, now substituted by Andrew Wells. While many speculated that it would be the end for the group, it simply proved to be another hurdle of forced change. Where unimaginable tragedy may strike, the band has not let it stop them. Dance Gavin Dance has gone on to begin releasing new and refreshing material with their latest lineup, turning the change into something positive. Though the band has pushed through change and tragedy, they have most definitely not been without drama and controversy. There are a few notable controversies that can be unpacked, the first being former vocalist Johnny Craig. This is a name that is familiar to many. Craig has been kicked out of over 6 bands and was removed from Dance Gavin Dance twice for behavioral and drug-related issues. The most iconic scandal of Craig's was selling fans non-existent MacBooks for drug money. The list goes on, but the point is, the art of Dance Gavin Dance made with Craig is undeniably timeless. Another controversy to mention would be the allegations made against former vocalist Tillian Pearson in 2022. Pearson left the band temporarily before returning briefly, releasing 2 more singles with the group. This choice resulted in some of the most complex of the band's work, with one single, The Ghost of Billy Royalton, serving as a memorial to the late Tim Farrick. Here we have yet another example of Dance Gavin Dance choosing to do what they think is best, regardless of outside opinion. The way anyone chooses to view these controversies and decisions cannot be helped or dictated. No matter your opinions and feelings, it is simply impossible to deny the payoff that the band has received in sticking to their guns. Dance Gavin Dance makes the choices they feel they need to personally and artistically, regardless of what others may think. This true-to-self way of thinking is what has resulted in the genuine art we have received over the past 2 decades. The greatest influence of Dance Gavin Dance, however, has most definitely been sonically. Their greater contribution to the progressive post-hardcore scene simply cannot go unnoticed. Swancore is a phrase that has become increasingly more common in recent years. The best way to describe the genre in non-exact musical terms is that it is a subgenre of progressive post-hardcore. The main distinction is melodic, mathy guitars with complex drum patterns, being staples of core members Will Swan and Matt Mingus, respectively. The vocal blend of occasionally melodic yet harsh vocals, a staple of John Mess, and high-pitched clean vocals, staple to all former and current clean vocalists of the bands, are also notable. The influence of Dance Gavin Dance has been so strong to the point of having a genre named after the man himself. The band even had their first ever Swan Fest in 2019, and it has been occurring annually since, with a few exceptions. Another way to refer to Swancore would be as a scene itself rather than a genre. In many ways, Swancore has become dictated more so by intertwined people and groups that have relations to Dance Gavin Dance than strictly by a sound. This includes former vocalist Kurt Travis's projects, such as A Lot Like Birds, Gold Necklace, and Royal Coda, or other work from Will Swan himself, such as subgroups and supergroups like Secret Band, CNVAR, and Royal Coda once again. While some are adapted into the genre by sound, others are grouped in by relation. Another great example of this would be a band like Circa Survive. Vocalist Anthony Green has been a legend within the post-hardcore scene since before the formation of Dance Gavin Dance. Yet it is not uncommon to see a band like Circa Survive lumped in with the Swancore genre, disregarding their seniority. This has caused some controversy on its own, with many debating if Swancore is valid as a genre at all. Whether it be the band's seniority, somewhat problematic member choices, or sonic influence, it is clear that Dance Gavin Dance has left an unmistakable mark on the scene. Their impact is undeniable, and their legacy will go on to influence many other musicians like myself for years to come.